help you. I still do it. Bid, aggressive sellers. Ask, aggressive buyers. Left number, aggressive sellers. Right number, aggressive buyers. Or
Mhm,
market sellers
mhm,
versus market buyers. Always do
mhm.
it in the live market. It takes you less than 2 seconds and it's worth it. So I would give you a 5 out of 5 because you've understood that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, evaluate the delta. Remind me, what does delta mean? Look at these two candles here.
So delta is telling me the total summation of the ask volume minus the total summation of the bid volume.
Yeah, so it's just ask minus bid.
Mm-hmm.
So delta, when we evaluate the delta, you don't literally have to calculate it for each row. But what you want to understand by delta is the difference between, as you said correctly, the ask and the bid.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just throw you a quick example. You see where it says 0 for 185. Can you see that?
Yes, I do.
What would be the delta there?
The delta there would be minus 185.
Fantastic. Let me give you one more example. What would be the delta here? 107 by 441.
So this one, let's see. This one is going to be a positive 334.
Yep, just positive 3. It's going to be 300 something. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you've understood that. And again, in the live markets, I recommend you also. So E and A come together. So I'm going to very swiftly move on to A. So for you've evaluated the delta, so that's correct. That's 5. Assess the aggression. Now let's go back to our example here. 185 is 0. In that, for that row, who assess the aggression for me? So in other words, who is being more aggressive?
I'm going to say that this basically tells us that this price, particular price, this is saying that sellers are more aggressive.
Why is that?
Because there were no orders executed on the ask.
Yeah, yeah. Or what's a little bit more obvious? What's the more obvious answer?
So then the other obvious, more obvious is that there's we see the presence of zeros.
There's something even more
Detecting
obvious. We see that's number 4, but we see something even more obvious than that. Just by looking at the footprint chart. What is it?
Just the color, the fact that it's all red.
It's red, yeah. So red delta, negative delta. Now, vice versa, if you look at 107 for 441, that's a blue delta here, right?
Yeah.
So when you assess the aggression, you are actually looking at the color of the delta to make a decision. So when you assess the aggression, the color of the row represents who is being more aggressive at that time and price. That's why we call it reading the level of aggression in buying and selling. Okay, so that would be, we've clearly identified that here and here, so that would be 5. And then, last but not least, as you alluded to, detecting zeros. So you're typically looking for zeros on the opposite end in which you look to take a trade from. So I took a long here. So that means if you're taking a long, you obviously want higher prices. If you want higher prices, you're supposed to look for zeros at the bottom. So a lot of people get this confused because they often say there's a finished auction here and here and here and here. Well, if you're looking for longs, you want finished auctions to be down here. Does that make sense? So with the real-time reading blueprint, you want to recognize the bid and ask, evaluate the delta, assess aggression, detect zeros. You want to read the footprint charts. And these are the footprint charts. And footprint charts, once again, you want to recognize the bid and ask, the aggressors. You want to evaluate who is more aggressive. You want to evaluate who is more aggressive and what that means. And you also want to be detecting zeros to give you a confirmation to trade in the opposite direction. Now, why, in your own words, Asayal, why are zeros important to detect?
The zeros tend to be an early signal that that there's exhaustion on one side of the market.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, exhaustion. Well done. So when you see a zero here, and here you see so many zeros, you see maybe 6 or 7. The reason you see, especially down here, 3 zeros. This candle here was the reason I went long. This was the main candle, this one here. This was, as you said, there was a huge exhaustion of these sellers, which meant there was a passive buyer stepping in. All right, this is the absorption and exhaustion that you were referring to earlier. When you see a 0, this represents a finished auction. So when you see a finished auction, you see 118 for 0. So at this price here, whatever price that was, let's see what price that was. At 73.80, call it 88. 73.88, right? At 73.88, there were 118 sellers, aggressive sellers, and there were no aggressive buyers. And the market actually broke above the level right afterwards. So it shows you at that price, the auction between aggressive sellers and aggressive buyers have been wiped out. When they've been wiped out, it's a way of basically saying, oh, the market isn't really interested in trading at this price, therefore it's going to reverse.
I see.
Now, the next question is, which direction is it going to reverse in? That's where we use a trap and bolt method. But just for the purpose of the read method, when you see a 0, it indicates that the market isn't really interested at this price. 0s show a lack of interest. 0s show auctions being wiped out. When there's no auction, it's called a finished auction. And when there's an auction, you detect 0s, and the finished auction represents that the market does want to reverse from that price. It is no longer interested in trading at that price. It wants to find a better price to trade at. Does that make sense? That is the real-time reading blueprint. Okay? So you have recognized the bid and ask, you've evaluated the delta both positively and negatively, you've understood and you've assessed aggression, and you've detected 0. So this is going to be 20 out of 20. So 20, 20, right? Okay, now we move on to trapped buyers and sellers. Now the reason this doesn't have any, doesn't have like 4 steps, right? Now trap stands for trader reaction to that price. That's what trap stands for. Trader reaction to that price. The reason I've left this to 20 is because this is the most in the now. I don't like using the word subjective. However, different people will interpret the absorption in different ways. But the understanding and the basic concept is the same for everyone. So trap stands for trader reactions at price. So in other words, you want to look at the trader reactions at a certain price. Now, what is that certain price? It's essentially the key level, right? That's why we define our key level. So this is now 73.95 to call it 88.90, right? This level here. So the reason I went long is because of this. So I went long roughly here. So hopefully what you can see here is I stupidly went break even here. But what you can see here is break. Can you see that break?
Yes.
Retest. And then this is our break line. So Bolt. Did we go through Bolt last session where we went through break, B-O-L-T? So
I'm almost certain we did, yeah.
Yeah. So trap actually comes before bolt because you want to see who's being trapped, as in trader reaction. You want to actually read and interpret the trader reaction at that price before you then go and pull the trigger with the bolt method. So we go through trap first. That's the reason we go through trap first. So trap stands for trader reactions at price. This is your execution filter. So tell me, we peaked our head. So let me just get the other image up. So give me a second to do that. So what you can see, let me download the images. It's quite powerful to see these two together. So what we did here was this. Let me get them up. There we go. So again, hopefully you can see now this image. Look at this. Let me put them next to each other. Can you see this?
Yeah.
What do you see here?
So what I see is basically the lower band of the level is being rejected.
Yeah. So think of it in the trap framework. So trader reaction to that price.
This kind of suggests that, sellers would be trapped. Yeah.
That's it. Perfect. And the reason these sellers were trapped is because we broke above the level here. So
yeah, that makes 100% sense. Yes.
Are you seeing that? So because people say, oh, there's a finished auction here. Yeah, there's a finished auction here, but we didn't close below this level. We broke above this level with the body, and we got above our break line, which I'm going to come on to in the next 5 minutes. But hopefully you can see, when you use the trap framework, you can see that, sellers were trapped, because you're looking at those trader reactions at price, TRAP, trader reaction at price. You're looking at the reaction at a certain price to then inform you about the Bolt model. Does that make sense?
It does. Yep.
Fantastic. And now let's also go through the Bolt model. So you have, out of 20, what would you give your score for the trapped buyers and sellers?
I'm going to go up 20.
Yeah, perfect. Done. Fantastic. So 20, 20, 20. Now let's go to the Bolt method. So break, how do we do this? So this is where I'm going to actually go to the charts and do this. So let me clear this up. Okay. So let's do this. So first of all, we had our break over here. There was our break.